Welcome back to Signals on 91.3 Lagos Talks. My name is Adeomi Oshodi. We go straight to Signals business. Signals business will continue next week Saturday. We're talking raking in revenue at the grassroots. I have with me a strategic thinker, hands-on doer, and manager of resources par excellence. He wears the hat of a people's manager and that of a manager of materials, primed with about 2 decades of multi-sectoral experience in diverse industries, including technology. Well, he's very, very plenty, but let me just go straight to one of his favorite quotes, and it's by the late American author O.G. Madino. Within me burns a flame which has been passed from generations unaccounted, and its heat is a constant irritation to my spirit to become better than I am, and I will. Welcome to Signals, Adetola A. Okonla, one of the Group Business Development Manager, Tranta IT. Well, you can hear me, Abi?
Yes, I can.
Good.
Thank you very much for having me here.
No problem. Now, quickly, let's talk about. Yeah, but it can be louder. Let's talk about why you like this quote, because I don't understand. Within me burns a flame which has been passed from generations unaccounted, and its heat is a constant irritation to my spirit to become better than I am, and I will. Why that? Hello?
Well, I can hear. Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead, please.
Yeah. I said, well, in everything that we do, growth is always very key. In lives, also, and every single thing I found myself doing has been always to be at the top of my industry, top of my business, top of everything that I have my hands on. And with that, a lot of opportunities keep coming because I'm a problem solver. And with new thinking, we're able to create new solutions that are constantly, again, very impactful in the lives of others.
Now, what?
So these are the type of thinking, or these are the type of thought minds that dwell within me, and they help me become a better person.
So we're solving problems this morning. So I'm going to be asking you a lot of questions. How are we raking in revenue at the grassroots? Because let's even start with that, because I know currently you're in charge of the revenue generation of Onigbongo Local Council Development Association, and you're supporting to raise revenues for the area, supporting to raise revenues for the local council with the aim of improving growth and governance at the grassroots. So let's talk about that a little bit.
Okay. So, like every business, it's just, I think we need to start redefining what, the whole government perception is. For me, though, I still see that the difference is just the terminology. Okay. Business, yes, business, private entity, government, people, public entity. So one of the things that is the bloodline of any business at all, or any government, is revenue, right? For sustainability, for making sure that the plans the government has to carry out will have to become, reality. So none of these things can happen without, finances. So if, for example, you're running a health program, some of the private sectors come in with products, for example. Some come with skills, and some of them come with finances. Now, it totally depends on what we are trying to achieve. So for me, raising revenue at the grassroots level comes with a lot of different types of strategies. Currently, I just took on this new hat of being a revenue chairman, and it has been quite an eye opener as to how a lot of citizens still need to be educated about them contributing to the pocket of the government. The only part, which is one of the things that we're trying to change now, is the perception, whereby we are carrying people along by information for them to see and experience the projects that we have told, or we have created, or we have come to put on paper from stakeholders meetings. So we have stakeholders meetings, the people tell us what they want, and then we take that into consideration, create a budget for the next year or the biannual year to basically make sure that these things are carried out. most times most people don't really see, right? So it's one of the major questions when you go and speak to levy payers and things that, hey, this is what we're doing, or the new concept we're driving is this is what we're doing. Your revenue or your levy charge will be contributing to this fact. Now, I thank God I have a good chairman, Honorable Oladoton Olakonde, and what we're doing is, again, carrying the people along. So when we say we're going to do something, right, we want people to actually see it as compared to them saying, we gave you money last year. What did you guys do with it? All right?
Okay.
So that's pretty much what the change of the perception paradigm shift that we have to create. So that, again, so for example, let me put an example. Most homes in Nigeria already, although it's in the law, in terms of levy payment for radio and TV license, for example. Most corporate entities pay for that. But apparently, it actually does extend to the individual, right? That's your residence. And I can almost carry it almost that if I ask you, have you paid for radio TV for your house?
You are looking for my trouble.
Yeah.
You are looking for my trouble. Because...
No, so here's the thing. If we want that to be successful, right? The people themselves need to actually, because a lot of people are not yet experiencing government, like I said. So if you pay like a 2,000 or 3,000 naira levy, right, for that on an annual basis, right? And in return, you get like a discount card from the local government to patronize or get discount from all the businesses under the local government. How would you feel?
I am still not agreeing. Now, because you've just raised wait, just wait. Because now that you've raised radio and TV, I remember when I was still in school, and then my then landlady came and said, Mr. Shodi, you need to come and pay radio and TV. I said, why should we pay that? Now, yes, because I was about to ask you, that's one. Note that. The second one is, when you say raising revenues from grassroots, all in my head is Owole. And I'm not seeing it because no, that's the truth. And then the thought in my mind is, I'm paying tax. Why should I also pay revenue for grassroots when I'm not seeing anything? Okay. Answer.
Okay, again, the reality has been very different, right, or from experience for a lot of people, all of us in Nigeria. And for me, if you look at the foundation I've been running for the past, I'll say 14 years, I didn't start that because I knew or thought I would be in government. No. 14 years ago, I was a single guy, not married, and I was broke. But then, instead of complaining about what I didn't see, right, I decided to act on it. So if you go to the page, We Feed the Future today, you will see exactly what I've been doing for that long. I decided to be an impact person as compared to joining the bandwagon of complaint. I didn't want that. So I started doing changes that I wanted to see. And I wish, we had more people. No, don't get me wrong. There are a whole lot more people that are doing this. The only thing is, again, support. It took a while for a lot of people to even trust the brand, that's me. Because I'm coming from the university side where I've been someone who's been in business. Right? I was selling barbecue in high school, university. Now, people saw me in that light. So it took a while for them to change that perception or that view as to what is it Tola is doing, with these children. And for me, I keep telling them, it's not really the children, it's the adult and the child. Because once you train a child the way they should go, they shall not depart from it. 14 years later, children I started with at the age of 9, they're 23. And as I last year, they were the ones compelling and saying, hey, let's go, let's do something, let's go for this thing. So I went for local government chairman. I was the first runner-up, first timer. Right? It wasn't me. It is the changes that we have been building on for the past few years. And that's because they, the people, my people, saw what I've been doing. Now, if we are taking it, luckily, I now have the opportunity to serve in government in a very small template. That's when we're LCDA. Once we're able to successfully do and make changes in Onewongo, then we become a template that can be replicated across all local governments in Nigeria. That's the vision. But for where we are now, in comparison to, how people feel as the revenues that they are paying. So, for example, you're paying taxes from your wages.
Yeah.
Yes, that is one thing. And that goes to states. Goes to securities, goes to road maintenance on a state level. On a local government level, it's directly to the people. We're the closest to the people. And if we don't function properly, even the state actually does the allocation from federal government, sends to the states for now, but I guess it's going to change because of the new rule that has been passed. Now, in that light, we're trying to say, look, yes, there's been the past. Yes, we have all had these experiences, and yes, we've seen that many things are happening, and we are not really happy in terms of some of the things that we see. So carrying people along, number one, making sure that the revenue that you are generating is being used for projects that were requested at stakeholders meeting. So when the people start to see, which they are seeing, but they're not, it's not. You can only do, again, in revenue, you can't plan beyond what you have, right? Or what you had the ability or the opportunity to raise, right?
So the question for me is, I understand that, yes, you're okay. Hello? The signals on 91.3 Lagos Stocks. We're talking revenue generation with Adetola Okonlawo. We'll go for this break, and when we come back, we'll continue with our conversation with him. Don't go anywhere. Okay, then. This is quite interesting.
Is the show over now?
Yes, I am hopeful for today. Take this music and use it. Let it take you away. And be hopeful, hopeful, and we'll make a way. I know it ain't easy, but that's okay, 'cause we're hopeful.
No, I can't do that. I already have a guest for another week.
Yeah?
Hello? 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 Yes, okay. So just hold on. Just hold on. Welcome back to Signals on 91.3. We're talking revenue generation with Adetola. Now, quickly, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Good. So what's the minimum revenue that you've been able to generate? What's that amount of money that you collect from the people? Because a part of me is like, there's no money, and you're still collecting money from the no money that they have.
I definitely concur with you. For development to happen,
Yeah.
we need to put things in place. Right? Just like anything. I keep saying business because I'm from the business world.
Yeah.
Right? Which finally has the opportunity to serve in government. So I've been on the other side, where they come to meet me for all of these things. And I'm looking at them like, are you joking? Where's the money? Right? But for us, and in that sense, from a business perspective, if you're looking to expand, what do you have to do? What do you do most times? Either you take a loan, or you get more investment from possible partners, and things like this, right? And then your business starts to grow. You can't sit and say, oh, business is not going good, everything like that, and you do nothing. So in that sense, right, for us to get to the Nigeria that we want to see, we all need to contribute. It's inconvenient for now. But by the time the system and the environment is working for all of us, what happens? You might even be wanting to even pay more or contribute more to the pockets of the government so that these developments are carried out. Infrastructure, ICT, we're talking economic affairs, environment, education, social protection. There's so many things. And if you on your own try to take on this, it's possible, but, to a very small extent. So we can't get all of these visions that we share, especially now the way things are happening globally in terms of economic crunch. It is the time for us to put that into the system of Nigeria. And I'm saying this because a lot of us just shy away from government. A lot of us. I decided to try last year for the first time as a first timer, and I came first runner up.
How was that experience like? Share with us.
It was amazing.
How amazing!
It was a whole different ballgame. Again, I just see the relationship between the terminology. So, for example, as a business person, you're talking branches. In those branches, there are general managers, there are heads of units and things like that, right? There's the state level, there's the area level, there's the state marketing manager, there's the national marketing manager, right? The same thing goes into politics and into government, right? More like in politics. It's a company, or I'll say parties are in the business. Well, you're in the business of entertainment as a radio station. Parties are in the, I won't call it business, but are in the view of running the business of Nigeria. And if we, the young ones who are educated with this know-how, are shying away from it, people will still take that position. But what type of people will be coming in?
Now, so I get you, right? I do get you, but something keeps nibbling at me, and we collect from the people, we collect from grassroots. What are we giving them in return? It's okay for them. It's okay for Tola to come and collect 10 naira or 20 naira, or the new notes that they just collect money from the people. What are we giving back to the people?
Okay, so
I hope you understand where I'm coming from.
I'm listening.
I said I hope you understand where I'm coming from.
I understand.
Yes.
Like I also mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
It is part of the reasons why we ventured into politics. So that the little success we've been able to achieve in our own private sector, right? Or should I say, not in private sector, in the non-governmental organizations that I run, or non-profit organizations that I run. With that, again, having the strategic thinking and execution is always very key. We all assume that everybody knows it, or everybody in government knows it all. I don't know why, but it is not so. It's almost like sometimes you're asking someone a question, and you're expecting them to give you an answer. Like as if, they're the encyclopedia. But even you sometimes, you also know that if you're asking this kind of person this question, they're probably not going to give you the right answer.
No.
So in that context, how do we have the right people in the right places to execute these certain things that we all desire to have? I cannot tell you anything about the past, but I can speak towards the future, right? As to these are the certain plans that we are putting together in our own local government to make sure the people start to experience the activities and projects and plans that are already out there. Execution is very, very key. It is very key. It's one thing to raise revenue, but it's another thing for projects to be executed. Right? So with the right finances and contribution from the people, these projects can be executed. Like I said again, I can't speak about the past, but I can speak of where we are now and where we are going to.
Now,
and so I'll only add time, in my own time, since this is my own, this is a new opportunity for me. And knowing that we just, yeah, it's true, knowing that we just even finished working on certain documents to make sure that execution is the main thing. At the end of the day, it's only with time, just like any seed that is planted, before you start to see the result.
Okay.
You understand? So that's
I get
really
you.
where we are.
Okay. The numbers to call if you have questions or comments, call us 01-5151-913 or 009-191-3913. Now, having worked with the Grassroot, tell us, what are your observations about the Grassroot? What do you think that they need?
Well, there's a lot of needs. There's a whole lot of needs. But I feel the first area is the mind reorientation. When a lot of people just they've lost belief, I would say. They have, a lot of us have lost belief in, things that are happening around us. And hence, you see the high repatriation or high attrition rate, where a lot of people are, at the point last month or 2 months ago, you could see the very high rate of people leaving the country.
Yes.
And people leave the country because they have lost faith and are looking for other opportunities elsewhere. We need to find a way to come back to believe in Nigeria. I don't know how.
How do we convince the people who have gone? How do we convince the people who have gone to sort of... We can't tell them to come back, but how do we tell them that, okay, they can come and help us, so that at least the people... Because we lack trust. We lack trust, right? We can't trust the government. And you are here on assignment, go and collect money that is not enough, right? So how do we, and this is me asking you, because it means that I have to drag you here next week so that we can have this conversation very well, right? How do we make sure that people know that, okay, they're giving their money, right? Their little 20 naira, their little 100 naira. And sometimes the way people go and collect money from them sometimes is not nice, right? Because they get to harass them, they get to tell them that, they're going to lock up their shops and all of that. So how do we bring dignity to these people? Because it's their money that are going to collect you.
Again, let me just, I don't know what, I don't know. I'll tell you my level of experience for now, is no, how do I put it? If, for example, like I mentioned earlier, if, for example, your TV license or your radio license for your home is being paid, right?
Yes.
And I mentioned, I know the economy is hard. And the reason why I'm saying I know the economy is hard is because we're all experiencing it. Now, I said, if you made that payment and you were able to get 10%, 15% discount card from the same government, allowing you to patronize all of the businesses within the local government at a discount, so that if you want to buy your supermarket groceries, you get a discount from, say, for example, one of the supermarkets in my local government. Right? I'm sure this country can be replicated everywhere. But I'm also, I'm currently also working on something like a lottery, right? Or should I give it a lottery? Should I call it that? But more like a give, like something, to encourage people to also give back. So, for example, if you paid your TV license, you automatically enter for the, only one will lottery happening every 2 months. Someone wins. We have to reduce poverty in one strategy. Again, it's just one strategy. We haven't yet executed. It's just an idea. I need to make sure.
I like the fact that you're putting yourself on this. I like the fact that you're putting yourself on the spot, right? It's just so that we're able to. I like the fact that you're putting yourself on the spot so that we're able to get jobs done for the people. So, Adetola, this is what we're going to do, right? we're going to have to do a part 2 of this, and I have to see you physically so that I'll ask you all of my hard questions. So,
That's fine.
yes, thank
That's
you.
fine. So we're looking at even corporate entities that already pay their licenses or their levies.
We will have this conversation. Don't worry. Yeah, don't worry. Just hold your guns. I'm sorry I had to let you go. World Cup is coming up next, so till we come your way again. You know World Cup is going on at the moment. Till we come your way again next week Saturday. Thank you so much. Till we come your way again next week Saturday, like we always say on Signals, dream again, create opportunities for people. We'll be right back next week. Don't go anywhere.